Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Chelsea Explain, as this is another Chelsea news video where we have tons of stuff to get into. So let's dive into it immediately. And the first story and player we're gonna discuss and talk about is Madueke, because we know Arsenal is pushing to sign him, and Madueke is also keen on joining Arsenal, and of course then we have to sell and take the money, because we cannot have players that don't want to be here, as Madueke has hinted with. Arsenal have opened up formal talks with Chelsea for Madueke, as David Ornstein called. Madueke has agreed terms on a 5-year contract. Chelsea want a £55 million plus package, because they're referring to what Newcastle bought Elanga for, and there could be also add-ons on top of that, and I think it's a fair price, especially for what Newcastle bought Elanga for. I think also Arsenal have made a bid for a few days ago, just below £55 million that got rejected, but they're gonna come in again and they're gonna raise their new bid. I can understand why Mikel Arteta will go for him, because they need a backup for Saka in case he will get injured. It also allows them to compete in many competition, and he adds quality squad depth. He got some great abilities in terms of his speed, getting past players on the inside, on the outside. He likes attempting shots, used to the Premier League now, still young, has potential. And he's English, therefore homegrown, which is important for registration rules. Would I be keen on letting Madueke go, or would I keep him? I would sell Madueke. Now I think Madueke got qualities, some very interesting attributes. He's ranking high in the greens in terms of carry the ball up the field, taking on players, attempting shots, touches inside the opponent's box. And he has had a decent output, I gotta say that. I'm also gonna touch upon this, that stats doesn't really reveal everything, because as I mentioned, basically every attacker has struggled under Enzo Maresca. It doesn't only come down to the individual player, although Madueke can also be a bit selfish. When there is an opportunity to pass a teammate, he will rather shoot and try to be the hero himself. I want players to also attempt shot, of course, but I also want them to find a teammate when they have a better scoring opportunity. PYS tweeted something from what Guardian reported, that it's a feel in Chelsea that Noni has not progressed enough. And I can somewhat understand that, because I feel also Madueke hasn't really progressed as some of the other guys. But at the same time, if you think of it, basically all our attackers has struggled under Enzo Maresca, because we're playing this sort of rigid system with less risk. We're not really going on the counter. That might suit Madueke a bit more. There's also some work Madueke could have done himself. I mean, we heard from both Pochettino and Maresca mentioning time and time again about his mentality, determination, dedication on the training ground and on the pitch. It has actually slightly improved. He has improved his pressing and tracking back, but Maresca knows more. Maybe feels like it's not enough, and he wants to replace him with someone else that will actually suit his system to 100%. I want players with the type of Ronaldo determination and dedication, but you're basically not gonna find that. But I want players to be professional, have a hunger that they want more. I want them to give everything off and on the pitch. And if a player doesn't do that, we're gonna have to offload them and find a new one. I haven't really liked, Madueke's type of behavior under Pochettino, for example, when him and Jackson fought with Palmer to take the penalty. That was alarming bell. At the same time, maybe this is what you get when you're signing tons of young guys. And now, will we replace him? I don't know. Is Estevao coming in and being a backup for Neto immediately? Or do we go to the market? I don't know. We're being linked with Mohamed Kudus from West Ham. But Tottenham, out of all teams, have struck a deal with him. And it's confirmed by Fabrizio Romano. Here we go. I'm not going to get Mohamed Kudus, who would have been a clear upgrade. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna dive into the market or not? I don't know. We're earning profit from Madueke. I think we bought him for like 25 million pounds and now we're selling him for more than double. We can utilize that money and invest in a new goalkeeper, in a backup left back for Cucurella. That is desperately needed. We're going into the next story, and this is also a report from Ben Jacobs, and it's around Georgia Petrovic. And Bournemouth are in advanced talks with Chelsea over Petrovic. Chelsea seeking 25 million pounds, as there is a pact with Petrovic allowing him to leave for this number. Clubs yet to agree fee. Petrovic is open. Bournemouth and has accepted to join. Final green light from Chelsea expected soon. This is from Fabrizio Romano. It would be a great move for Petrovic, staying in Premier League, being a starting goalkeeper for Bournemouth. He's gonna develop further here in Premier League, and he's a goalkeeper I have been like back and forth to. I don't really know what to do with him, because Maresca wants the pure sweeper keeper that is very comfortable playing at the back. Petrovic isn't that type of goalkeeper, but he has actually shown under Leon Rossinier at Strasbourg that he is quite good with his feet, playing accurate passes, whether it's short, medium or long distance. And when he was a goalkeeper here, when Pochettino was a manager, he was calm, collected in goal, claiming crosses, great shot stopper. Same at Strasbourg, he has even developed further as a shot stopper. Sweeping action has improved, coming out the box and clearing through balls. Petrovic is someone I'm thinking of now. Maybe, just maybe, if we couldn't find another goalkeeper, I will keep him as sell Sanchez. But I don't know if it's Maresca's decision to let him be sold, or if it's the owners and sporting directors' decision. Sometimes it's so difficult to know who is making the decision. So let me know, guys, what you would do. Would you prefer keeping Petrovic, or would you rather sell Sanchez and finding a new one? I mean, Mike Magnon would be perfect, but that has gone. That deal is not going to happen. The last story is around an academy guy in Ish, Samuel Smith, and this is from a French newspaper, but it has been translated by Chelsea Dodgers. Negotiations are underway with the players' representatives to sell Samuel Smith from Chelsea to Strasbourg for 5.2 million. The clubs are considering it. It's basically selling to ourselves, and I think we bought him for 4 million from Everton, and now we're gonna earn like a 1.2 million profit. And it's a fantastic way of having multi-clubs, and then you're sending your wonder kids from the academy to that club, and then they can develop there and get the game time. You have sort of more power over what you can do with your players. There are new rules, as we know, that you are limited to how many loans you can have. I think it's up to 7 loans. And what Chelsea has done now instead is to actually sell him to free up loan spots for other players in case we can't get rid of them. We're gonna put in a buyback clause, so in case Samuel Smith is blowing up and is absolutely killing it under Leon Rossinier in League One, then maybe we have a buyback clause worth like 20 million or something. Then we just purchase him back, and it's still our money that just goes to another bank account in Strasbourg. So, I mean, is it cheating? I don't know. I want us to send some of our players from the academy to Strasbourg, because, as I'm stressing, I don't know in how many videos, we got quality in our academy that we should be brave and try to utilize more. Now, he could have been someone that could have been brought in and utilized as a backup for Cucurella. Maybe Maresca thinks that, you know what, maybe doesn't suit my type of system. Let's send him to loan on Strasbourg, see how he does there. But then it's important we're getting a backup for Cucurella, because I don't want to see Gusto being a left back, or James for that matter. And Renato Vega doesn't want to be here. He's going to be sold. So we need a backup. Please, guys, let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below. Would you sell Petrovic? Would you sell Madueke? Let me know and I will happily read that. And if you're brand new here, Make sure you like this video, subscribe to my page, hit that notification bell so you never miss when the content drops and Chelsea Explains out. Bye!